What's going on? Welcome to lesson number 11. I'm Caleb Graham from calebgrahammarketing.com. Today we're going to talk about funnels. Are you putting the right oil in your business engine, also known as the right leads into your funnel? So let's consider a typical funnel, a literal funnel, such as the type you would use to pour oil into a car engine. There's the top or the wider end, and you could potentially pour all kinds of different things into it. However, let's say that in the instruction manual on the engine block or on the cap itself, it says 10W30 or something specific like that. We need to make sure that from all the possibilities we could choose to pour into the wider end or the top, we need to make sure that we only pour into the funnel what the engine calls for. We need to make sure that only what the engine calls for makes it through to the narrow end and into the motor. From the multitude of possibilities, we want to make sure that as the possibilities flow into the funnel, they are filtered properly. Think of each funnel as having a filter in it. Would it do your car any good to have a mixture of Fanta orange, frying oil, ice cream, and water being poured in along with the 10W30 oil the engine requires? No. So in the same way, it wouldn't do your business any good to have all kinds of different types of prospects coming into your front door or your opt-in page where they subscribe to your email list. Ideally, the incoming prospects would have a lot of things in common. I'm not referring to general things such as people having things in common just so they can have a conversation. This is about business and ultimately driving revenue, and it's always good to bring that back to mind. You can see lesson 16 on calebgrahammarketing.com or my YouTube channel for more info on this principle. Anyway, ideally, they would fit certain preset criteria that you chose prior to deploying any marketing campaigns, running any ads, etc. You must know what you want, and you get to make that call as far as your ideal prospects and who you want to work with, or who is most likely to buy your product or service or benefit from what you're selling. A few of these preset criteria may include them being able to financially pay for the product or service you're selling, as opposed to them making it all the way to your sales page or a sales call and then only then finding out that they can't pay for it, when that could have been filtered out through ad platform targeting or through copywriting, or a combination of ad platform targeting and copy, way earlier on in the funnel. And you can see lesson number 2 and lesson number 7 on calebgrahammarketing.com for more info on how to do this through copy. Specifically number 2, but lesson 7 goes more in depth on how to dial in that targeting with copy. But some more of those preset criteria might include them already being in agreement with or already convinced about or sold on certain things. So you don't have to convince them or work extra hard to sell them on the idea. That heavy lifting is done by the targeting and the copy and the filtering, and you're automatically filtering the people out that don't already agree with certain things, or aren't already convinced about certain things, or aren't already sold on certain concepts, etc. So you don't have to sell them and try to convince them yourself. That's not what we should be doing in business. And then also some more of the preset criteria could include them being somewhat similar to you, as opposed to being so polar opposite of you that you can't even enjoy doing business with them at all. This type of filtration really comes from you just being authentic and attracting people who resonate with your beliefs, your message, your personality, etc. Those who resonate will gravitate towards you naturally, but this part has more to do with just you being yourself, not so much about saying specific things or anything like that. So that being said, that's lesson number 11. Keep it real short and simple for you today. But that's just something to think about. Are you putting the right oil in your business engine and getting the right leads into your funnel? And again, make sure to check out lesson number 2 and lesson number 7 for more info, and talk to you all on the next lesson. Thank you for watching.